This is CRISP on the monthly chart, and we have two big levels of interest, and they happen to be weekly bias levels at $40 and $30.50. Let's take a closer look at these zones on the weekly chart and how they were formed. So you have this rally, base candles, and then a rally out. Price nearly came into that level before rising higher. You also have another zone, have a drop in price, base and candles, and the rally out. Price came into the level, almost came into the level back in May of last year, came into the level in December of last year, came back to that level, and shot up higher. Price is hovering just above that level again. So these levels are still valid. The lower level has been untouched. The upper level has been penetrated roughly 50%. So the remaining unfilled buy orders are going to be below roughly $38, $39, say. So these are the two levels and the only two levels of interest as price and buyers and sellers await news, including Cathie Wood. So this article is coming from the Molly Fool. Cathie Wood is buying CRISPR Therapeutics ahead of this big event. Should you? So we all know who Cathie Wood is. She's known for investing in disruptive companies. Her flagship ETFs have struggled over the past couple of years, but they are performing well this year along with the broader indices. However, ARK Innovation ETF is outpacing the S&P by 25%. So in recent weeks, the famous investor has been adding to her positions in CRISPR Therapeutics ahead of a big event for the gene editing company. In December, the FDA expects to issue a decision on what would become CRISPR's very first commercialized product. Now, the gene editing company's platform involves cutting DNA at a particular location so that a natural repair process can happen. The idea is to fix faulty genes responsible for certain diseases, and this means the technology could lead to functional cures. CRISPR has rivals, but it is the most advanced among those using this particular gene editing technique. It also has a partnership with Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Together, they started submitting this exa-cel, their blood disorder candidate, to regulatory agencies in the US, the UK, and across Europe. The FDA aims to issue a decision on exa-cel for sickle cell disease in December, among other candidates, in 2024. Now, exa-cel could generate $1.7 billion in revenue in 2028, according to Evaluate Pharma, which puts it in blockbuster territory. Of course, CRISPR shares profits with they share the profits with Vertex, and Vertex will take the lion's share, 60%, since it also is making a bigger investment in the program's costs. But the potential product still represents a significant amount of revenue for CRISPR. Meanwhile, CRISPR is also generating revenue by licensing its gene editing technology to others. This spring, Vertex bought access to the platform for use in one of the other programs, one targeting type 1 diabetes. So, should you buy? Should you follow Cathie Woods? It's clear CRISPR is about to reach a key moment in its story as a company. An FDA approval would lead to product revenue and serve as a vote of confidence in CRISPR technology platform it uses throughout its platform. CRISPR is in the early chapters of its growth story, so investing now, if CRISPR wins this and other product approvals down the road, could bring big rewards. So going back to the weekly chart, ideally what you want to see is prior to the December announcement, price take a dip, right? That dip would imply investors are loading up as they know what decision FDA is going to make. So ideally, it's okay if price continues to just kind of hang out above the level. Now, what would be cool is if you had a massive dip down to this lower level, and that would be the opportunity to load up the boat in anticipation of the news coming out in December. So, again, here are your two levels to put on your watch list and alerts as December nears and the FDA pending decision on CRISPR and Vertex Pharmaceuticals XSL therapeutic candidates. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.